Thanks, Pat, for that reminder. Now, a lot of the letters we get have to do with how computers work in cars. Nowadays, computers control thousands of bits of information about your car's performance and capability. Well, now there's a computer that will also keep you from getting lost, thanks to a new navigation system from a California company named ETAC. ETAC is originally a Polynesian word. It's what they call their ancient method of navigation. Using ETAC, the Polynesians could sail from island to island over vast areas of the Pacific without instruments. They would think of their canoes as stationary and the islands as moving. Well, that same idea is now at work on American city streets. Only here it means thinking of the car as stationary and the streets as moving. That flashing triangle superimposed over a map on the screen represents the car. As the car drives along, the triangle's position stays constant, but the map moves around as the car changes direction. So what the driver sees through the windshield always matches what he is seeing on the map. Unlike other navigational systems being developed, the ETAC navigator doesn't work with radar or orbiting satellites. It uses a system of dead reckoning, aided by strong computer hardware to compensate for errors in direction or distance. Major components are a computer that sits in the trunk, an electronic fluxgate compass usually located inside the backlight, motion sensors positioned inside the non-driven wheel hubs, and they measure distance as they pass over magnetic tape that's inside the wheel rims. Also the digitized maps. They're recorded on standard-size audio cassettes. The player rests on the front floor or center console. All of the information is displayed on a video screen, here located on a flexible stalk as near the driver's line of sight as possible. You dial up the series of maps from the cassettes and they appear on the video screen, and you can zoom in on an area as small as 1/8 of a mile or see the entire city at once. Using the ETAC is easy. When you get in the car, the navigator already knows where the car is. All you do is spell out your destination, say an intersection of 2 streets, and find it on an index. A map then comes up on the screen. Your destination appears as a flashing star. You pick out the best route towards the star and start driving. The map then scrolls, keeping the car symbol in the center of the screen, so you can always tell what direction you're going. When you change direction by turning a corner, the map changes orientation. The triangle will show you turning onto another street, matching exactly what you're actually doing. If you zoom in too close so your destination doesn't show on the screen, or you drive off the map, an arrow tells you in which direction your destination is. The only thing missing is a round of applause when you finally reach it. In our brief test, when ETAC would get slightly off course, you could quickly correct the system or let the computer do it. We did find the system somewhat sensitive to large metal objects in the trunk, near the compass, and to say passing trucks loaded with certain metals, but the system always corrected itself when the disturbance was passed. At the moment, cassette maps are only available for Los Angeles and San Francisco and a few major cities on the East Coast, but ETAC plans maps covering the entire country, and they can be adapted for a lot of specialized uses. Maps to find hotels, restaurants, local businesses, or tourist attractions. However, the Navigator isn't cheap. The least expensive model does sell for about $1,400, but for a lot of people, price will be no object, because they'll pay anything to keep from getting lost.